Welcome to the best sports betting show on the planet. This is WagerTalk Today. I am your host, Andy Lang. It is Wednesday. It's officially time to start talking Superbook contest. Football season is creeping up. If you're serious about your football season, John Murray is going to join us. And we're going to talk about the contest coming up. We're going to dive into strategy, contests, structures, everything you know to plan ahead. Of course, we're going to start with Gianni and get the Steam report. We're going to go over some free plays, and then we'll talk to Ross Benjamin about the Royals and the Mariners, and then Dan and I will break down the Broncos team total season wins, 9.5. Let us know in the comments section what you think about the Denver Broncos, 9.5 wins. Let's get started with Gianni. You guys know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Gianni, good morning. Happy Wednesday, sir.
My man, good morning, good morning.
First off, first off, I need you to back me up here. After you left, people were mad that there wasn't this big, expansive Steam report. And I was trying to tell everyone just some days there's not a lot of action going on, and that's fine. We don't want to force anything. So, just reiterate to everyone, hey, sometimes there's going to be a lot of action and sometimes there's not, and that's okay. It's just part of the business.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes, we're covering other things and going deep into some topics. And, you don't get to everything, but there wasn't all that much going on. It's not like they missed out. There's a bunch of cappers coming on, sharing a bunch of great information. So, there's stuff every day to share. Nothing to get upset about if one day you don't get a lot of plays or no plays. Come on.
All right, where's the money going at today? I'm sure it's all MLB.
I'm going to do something just to make it up for my man. Shout outs to Block and for Andy, because they shouldn't have gave you shit for that. That's not your fault. I could have yelled out the plays. And what's crazy is yesterday there was a ton of them, but it doesn't. That was the past. Today's today. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a 4% play that I just sent out to subscribers in tennis. That's an underdog. Okay, I'm going to give you a plus 130 dog. I just bet at plus 130. And here's what I took. I took Gail Monfils over Martin Fucsovics. Yeah, where Fucsovics. That's who we're fading.
Careful with that. Careful with the pronunciation of the U. There, Gianni. It's a family show. I think it's Fu. We'll go with Fucsovics.
We'll go with Fucsovics. We're fading Fucsovics. We're on Gail Monfils. Good down to plus 120. Probably good down to plus 110 as long as you're getting plus money. I sent that out to subscribers probably 5 minutes before I jumped on here. So that should cover yesterday's, because again, what I give it out in the morning isn't confirmation, isn't premium plays, just some of the stuff that we moved early that I'm looking to try to confirm throughout the day. But this has already been released, a 4% play on Gail Monfils. I believe that's for tomorrow, early in the morning. So you don't want to miss it. If you agree, piggyback that. Also want to tell you, yesterday they bet a series bet on Colorado at plus 235 to win their series. Okay. They're down 1-0, right? They lost to Houston yesterday. So for these guys to cash that series bet, that means Colorado's got to win today and win tomorrow as well. Are they playing? So there's just some information. Use it how you wish. But like I said, they took Colorado plus 235 to win the series against Houston. And they're down 1-0. So take that as you will. The home team, Colorado, bet to win that series. Couple other plays for you. 2 sides, 2 totals early. 956 New York Mets at plus 105. 960 Tampa, chalky, minus 185. 2 totals early. Philly, San Diego, over 9, minus 130. Even saw some over 9.5s as well. They like that over in the Philly, San Diego. That's opposite the public, who's betting that game under. Heavy under money from the public. Wise guys outweigh that risk by going over. And finally, Yankees, Toronto, also over 8.5 up to minus 130. So that's Mets and Tampa, and then over in San Diego, over in the Yankees. Colorado for the series. and of course, Gail Monfils. And I know in about 40 minutes, I'm going to get this group from Canada that bets a bunch of baseball. They're going to fire their baseball. Hopefully it confirms on some of this stuff or some of the leans I have lined up from last night.
That's a curious bet on the Rockies. Did they take that before the series started, or did they take that?
Yep.
Okay, so they took it before the series.
Yesterday, right before game one. And that was a close game. I mean, they lost that game by a run. And they took Colorado to win that series. And Houston, I mean, they jumped on it. I think I see now they were up like 6-1 till Colorado came storming back, but just couldn't get it done in the ninth. But yeah, they took them plus 235 to win that series. Like I said, they're down one. Remember last week we had that same scenario where they had bet Atlanta to win their series, and I think maybe Toronto to win their series. Atlanta did, I believe, or one of them did, one of them didn't. They were down like one game, same kind of situation. And I kind of used that information that way. Like if I like Colorado today, if I dig into the game, I'm liking Colorado. That for me almost signals a confirmation. Like they like them for the series. I'm kind of down one game. If anything, that gives me a little more confidence. But again, that's pending. I like Colorado in this matchup today against Houston. And so far, I mean, I don't hate them in this matchup. But they're going up against a tough pitcher in Brown today. That's for sure. You know, and if anything, this is probably the time to take Colorado, fading that stud pitcher coming off a stud game. But, you know, is he going to regress coming off those 7 innings? No earned runs, only 3 hits. I think so. Yeah, I like Colorado or pass today. I almost talked myself on the Colorado bet.
Nice. Titans brings up the Phillies and the Mets. They're on double headers today. Just wanted to verify those are the early games.
Yeah. The 9:53 San Diego Philly over, and same thing with the Mets game. The Mets was 9:56. That was 4 p.m. this time, so 1 p.m. our time. Yeah, that was the early game in the Mets too, right?
Yeah, looks like it. And yeah, that's interesting. I haven't heard much talk about series bets in baseball. Do you do many of those? I can't say I've dabbled in series bets in MLB.
Yeah, myself, I don't. I don't look that far ahead. I love when I see them in the accounts from the betting syndicates, because obviously they are, looking at the 3 pitching matchups. You pretty much know who's going to go. And they're more or less handicapping the entire series. I kind of like those because it also sets you up for possible hedges. You know what I mean? You go up 2-0, or even if it's 1-1 and in that third game, there's a lot of opportunities. So I like those series bets, but they're very selective, very selective. I mean, we probably might have placed, 5 of them, 6 of them so far in the first half of, Major League Baseball season. So they're very selective with those. But they do come in on occasion, usually do well with the series bets. That's why I'm interested to see how this Colorado plays out.
Are they all dogs?
Usually, almost always dogs. Yep.
Makes sense. Let's see. Any steam report on the hot dog eating contest?
No, and I get good information on that, man. I think we've hit like the last 3 or 4 of those. I got this guy does very well on them. And as soon as he sends me anything, I'll put that out for sure. Hot dog eating contest has been good for us, mostly on the female side. Young Asian chick, she's been coming through for us, I think, like back to back years. Ever since I got this one text from somebody that was like, we won't even talk about that, but it was kind of inside information. And since then, we've done pretty good with the hot dog eating contest. So if I get anything like that, those kind of bets I love the most, because anybody that has information that wants to bet something like that, they usually have a really good, in like something back in it, kind of like the national anthem in the Super Bowl. There's usually that early money that knows exactly how long the practice has gone and stuff like that, and they're able to take advantage of it. So yeah, I kind of compare it to that.
We've done well with it as well. I'll just tell you, we're looking at the under. They got the under at 76 for how many hot dogs Joey Chestnut will eat. Take the under. He's not going to need to get to that many to win this contest.
To win it, no, you absolutely
the under has been a cash cow the last couple of years, because everyone again, it's kind of like anything else. Everyone wants to see the over. No, the value is always in the under. They put the numbers so high. There was also something else about the weather. like if it's like really hot, it's too hard to eat more. Like you almost need the
Oh,
temperature
wow.
to come down. Yeah, there's like a real thing about if it's too hot, the body just can't absorb as much as when it's a little bit cooler. So there are absolutely ways to make money off of those things. So we will absolutely have bets on the hot dog eating contest, no question. There's value out there, and there's a way to make money off
It
of it.
don't matter.
It
Exactly.
doesn't matter. We'll find it. We'll find it. Absolutely. So let's see. What do you have up for clients today?
Package will be up with baseball within the next 30 minutes. Like I said, I just wait till that one group from up north fires. They helped confirm. That's why rarely do I have a package up before I finish this, unless we really got involved early on. But like I said, today's a little bit slower than it was yesterday. So going to wait to see what they fire. I'll have that package up within the hour for sure. And yeah, just grind away, baby. Just keep grinding. No UFC, but I do think there's a PFL this weekend. So I think I'm going to dig into that a little bit tonight, see if there's any other MMA we can work on.
All right, Gianni The Greek, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, brother. Good luck today, boys.
Yeah, just a reminder, we're going to be off on Friday, July 4th. We're all going to be taking the day off, enjoying the festivities. So last show of the week will be tomorrow. Titan says, I ain't betting on hot dogs. Listen, for me, money's money. Our job is to try and make money off of this crazy business, and that's what we'll do. I get it. It's not for everybody, but if we can find our spots, we absolutely will. Nothing but love, Titans. I get it. It can be a little odd sometimes. So let's see here. You know what? Let's do all around the world here. We got a couple of free plays here. So we'll go to the MLB. These are plays from the WagerTalk free picks page. So Dan, let's go to the Twins and the Marlins. Let's take a look at the over 4.5 in the first 5 innings. We got 2 pitchers that we're looking at fading. Junk, that's his name, ERA of 5.43 in his career. Richardson, 4.42 ERA in the career. So we're looking at a nice over. And we're fading the starting pitching. We don't want the bullpens involved, so we're just going to take the over for both teams' first 5 innings. Let's go to the Brewers at the Mets. Brewers money line, first 5 innings. Mets have lost 13 of 16. They got swept by the Pirates. Peralta's pitching for Milwaukee today. Clay Holmes pitching for the Mets. Big pitching advantage for the Brewers, so we're not going to want the bullpens involved in this one. We just want to take advantage of the starting pitching matchup. So Brewers and Mets, first 5 innings. We'll take a look at the Brewers. All right, let's bring in Ross Benjamin here real quick, and let's talk about the Royals and the Mariners. Ross, the boss, looking great today. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Always a pleasure, buddy.
How's everything going? I see you've been pretty hot on some of these plays that you've been posting, so life's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, life is good. The free picks, I can't do anything wrong on WagerTalk TV. The combination of my solo videos and my appearances here on WagerTalk Today, 27-3 with my last 30 and 44-10 with my last 54. Folks, I know that sounds unbelievable. And I know if somebody told me that's what they were over that course of time, or had those records or those streaks, whatever way you want to phrase it, I would certainly want confirmation. And you could do that by feel free to go to my page over at WagerTalk TV and go to the archives. It will back it up. The tape don't lie, as they say. And also premium picks on a nice run to 56 and 37 with my last 93, 60% and up 39 units, Andy. So a lot of things clicking right now.
Love it. Well, let's talk to yes, this is the featured game of the day, Ross. Featured game of
Hey, I'm honored.
featured game of the day.
Oh,
okay.
Cow.
All right, we're gonna go with the Twins and the Marlins as the featured game of the day. And Ross, we want to bring in. This is not the game that that we assigned you to pick, but we're gonna ask for your opinion. Here's how the game works. After the show, leave in the comment section the winner of the Marlins and the Twins and the exact score. So Ross, I'm going to give you a chance to put your pick in. If you get it exactly right, we'll pick someone from the comment section to give away some swag. But everyone listening and everyone watching, post in the comment section who you think's going to win this game. What's the final score? Winner gets some free swag. So Ross, on the spot, Twins, Marlins. What you think?
Well, I think that we'll see a high-scoring game today. After yesterday, Miami's been really good of late, especially offensively. So I am going to take the money line home underdog here, Miami Marlins, and I like a 5-4 final score.
All right, there you go. There you go. Ross is locked in. All right, everyone that's watching, make sure you post in the comment section below who you think is going to win with the Twins and Marlins. You got Ross's free pick there. Now, Ross, let's talk your game. We're going to talk a little bit here about the Royals and the Mariners. We got Cameron going for the Royals, Gilbert for the Mariners. They split the first two games of the series. We got Seattle as a pretty big favorite here, minus 185. And an over-under of 7, that's a really low total, but I do get it. These guys have actually been good. Their ERAs are good. Records probably don't reflect how good they've pitched. How do you break down this game?
Well, you hit it right on the nose. Their records, overall records, you would say, well, how could this total be so low with these two starting pitchers and their season-long performance lines? But, I mean, you look at Logan Gilbert and you look at Noah Cameron, Jekyll and Hyde home and away splits for both pitchers. Gilbert's been very good at home this year, not so good on the road. Noah Cameron, superb on the road and very shaky at home. Noah Cameron, 4 road starts this year, a 1.11 ERA, an 0.95 whip, averaging 6.1 innings pitched per start. And keep this in mind, folks, because I am going to eliminate both bullpens out of this equation. I just don't trust either bullpen with a total this low. So Noah Cameron, 4-0 to the under on the road this year as a against the first 5 inning total. Seattle has played 14-7-1 to the under this year when facing left-handed starting pitchers like Noah Cameron. In Kansas City, 5-0 to the under this year on the road if the total is 7.5 or less, and they're coming off an over in their previous game. And both of the first 2 games of the series went over the total. And as a matter of fact, in that 5-0 under, in that exact situation, Noah Cameron was a starter for Kansas City in 2 of those 5 games. Logan Gilbert has historically pitched good at home. Over the last 2 seasons, he's now 17-4 to the under in his home team starts. And Gilbert, 6 starts at home this year, a 2.35 ERA, a microscopic 0.62 whip. But the one thing that stands out in those 6 home starts is his average of only 5.1 innings pitched per start. And Gilbert is 5-1 to the under. It is as a first 5 inning total at home this year. So again, that's why we're shortening this game to 5 innings. And, with all that being said, neither team is really lighting it up offensively right now, Andy. Kansas City, 3.1 runs per game scored in their last 7, only 2 home runs, hitting 226 as a team over that course of time. Seattle, on the other hand, over their last 7, not much better at 3.6 runs scored per game and only 14 extra base hits for the Mariners over their last 7 games. So like I said, I don't think either bullpen is terrible, but I don't trust them enough with a total this low, and I'm going to rely on both starting pitchers to give us a good 5 innings each in this game, and we're going to go with the Kansas City Royals and Seattle Mariners under the first 5 inning total of 3.5. So there you have it, folks. And that's at plus money, I believe, too, plus 105, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice. Yeah, it's a low total, and you always get nervous when they get like 1 runner on base, but yeah, the offense of Kansas City's just been completely anemic. So I agree with your take.
You know what, Andy? I think I recall you saying about low totals, and maybe it was somebody else, but if you get a total of 6.5 or less, people are so inclined to go over the total. It doesn't apply here, but just for the sake of conversation, you'll find that if you did a history search on totals of 6.5 or less, in Major League Baseball. More times than not, the game goes under.
Yeah. Yeah. The line is low for a reason. Like
Yeah.
the books were putting out very low lines because they don't expect there to be a lot. So sometimes the line can absolutely tell you a story. And it goes the other way. I mean, every year there's stats about like the highest NFL total, the over hits, the highest NFL total every week. It hits like 60% of the time. So yeah, absolutely. What do you have up for clients today, Ross?
I will have some baseball, one, possibly two picks in Major League Baseball up in the next hour or so. Again, I did not have anything in the early portion of the card. Folks, I am not a guy that posts a day early in Major League Baseball for the most part. There are exceptions to the rule, like I did have the total yesterday that I had up was up on Monday night and it won. But, for the most part, you're not going to get real early postings for me on the premium picks. My Major League Baseball premium picks, 41 and 28, last 69, up close to 25 units. Like I said earlier, all sports run 56 and 37, 60%, plus 39 units since May the 13th. So we're going on a 2-month run there. College football just around the corner, Andy. And people, it's sneaking up on us. And I have a great college football annual package sale right now. It's an early bird special. $4.99 will get you my entire college football season right through the national championship game. And why should you consider making that investment with me? I'm glad you asked. Number one in college football last year at WagerTalk in units earned and win percentage. Number two in 2023. When you combine the last two seasons in college football, I've earned the most units at WagerTalk.com. And man, there's a lot of great handicappers there. So I'm very proud of that accomplishment. And I finished last year in college football on a 60 and 35 run, 63%. And then since September 13th of 2023, my college football premium picks are 125 and 83 and a net profit of 85 units. So a lot to like there in college football and why you should invest with me in that regard.
I love how you said, I'm glad you asked.
And
before I
and
could
then
ask.
my wife, she's always, her timing is impeccable, making a phone call to me. So I apologize for that, folks.
You're fine, Ross. Ross the Boss Benjamin, take advantage and congratulations on that nice run. You've been having a great breakdown. Let's cash on that under on the first five and continue.
Hey, by the way, Andy, I promised you guys a sleeper pick in college football, and I'll make this real short.
Yes.
Arizona State. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils. Plus 10,000 to win the national title and over 8.5 wins. Those are what I'm looking at right now as sleeper picks. I especially like the over 8.5 wins. I like Arizona State to win the Big 12, which means they will be in the college football playoff if indeed that occurs. And again, I'm sorry. Again, I think that if they make the college football playoffs like I'm predicting, there's going to be an opportunity to hedge with that plus 10,000 bet. So there you have it.
I love it. A plus 10,000. I did not expect a plus 10,000 bet.
Yeah, I just think that's a great price for it. Look, they lost Scatterboo, but you look at the returning starters on that team, and this is a team that got to the playoffs last year, that won the Big 12 last year. Their schedule is soft for the most part, considering they play in a power conference. So, again, I'm looking at that plus 10,000, Andy. Look, it's a long shot, a tremendous long shot, but I'm more banking on them getting to the playoffs and me having the ability to wager hedge once they get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes all the sense in the world. So great stuff, Ross. We asked you to come with a sleeper. You came with a sleeper. That is awesome. Great work. Ross the Boss, Benjamin, everyone. Ross, thank you. Can't wait to do it again next week. Have a great 4th of July weekend.
Thanks for having me, Andy.
I love Ross. Ross cracks me up. Glad you asked, he said. All right. Today is one of the last days to grab 7 days of picks for just $69. We're going to extend it out to July 4th. Less than $10 a day for full access. Every play from the handicapper of your choice. Listen, there's some sports that are off this week, and there's still a ton of value out there. So pick your favorite handicapper. Get 7 days for $69. And the beautiful thing is you can use it with flex pick. So you can pick one handicapper. Then the next day you can use another one. Then you go back to another one. You can use any handicapper that you want. You can look at what plays they have up on the board. I have a golf best bet that goes off tomorrow, for example. So if you're looking for a golf play, grab that. I have an MLB team total. We cashed our $5 team total yesterday. You want to grab that, you could use me today as your flex picks. Then tomorrow you can use someone else. You can use it for one handicapper, but it's less than $10 a day. So 7 days for $69 as we celebrate 4th of July. All right, let's bring in John Murray. And listen, it's contest season. But we got to start talking about these contests. They're right around the corner. John, how are you?
I'm good. The contest sign-up started yesterday, Andy. It's not just around the corner. It's here.
Boom.
It's here, man. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to talk football?
Yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about the contests, and then we'll get into some season win totals and where some of the action is. So what are the most popular contests that you're running?
I think the Super Contest College is going to be really popular this year. We've never done that before. It's a $500 buy-in. It's 14 weeks, 7 picks a week. You can have up to 10 entries, and we're going to pay out the top 10 people. Never seen a college contest in Nevada that people could make the picks on their phone. To come in here once, sign up, maybe get a proxy service if you don't live in Nevada, but you can submit your picks on the mobile device all season long.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah, we've never done and then we also added a Survivor contest this year, Andy. $5,000 buy-in Super Contest Survivor, and we started taking signups for both of those yesterday. We also have the Classic Super Contest. It's been around forever, and the Super Contest Gold as well. That's a $5,000 buy-in, winner take all.
Wow, how many people are you expecting for that college? That was going to be popular.
It's tough to say. I mean, with the $500 buy-in, like yesterday, we had guys that were coming in. They're getting 2 entries, 3 entries, 4 entries. There's going to be a lot of – I'm not really sure. I don't want to put a number on it because I don't want to come short of the number. Sure. And then, when I'm talking to my bosses, I lie and I give them a really low number that I know we're going to get over. You know what I mean? So I'd rather not say. But I think the college one is going to be very popular. I really do.
Under promise, over deliver. Classic strategy.
Always
classic.
Man.
We're only gonna have a couple. We'll be lucky to get.
I think we'll have maybe 30 or 40 people in it. Oh, you know what? We got more than that the first week. I was wrong. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you set a budget. That's a little inside baseball for you.
That's great. John, you taking any NFL action this early on any wins or division, the Super Bowl, anything?
The one win total I keep seeing people bet is Miami under. Miami, I think it's at 8 right now, and they keep betting the Dolphins under. The Dolphins, of course, made that trade a couple days ago where they acquired Fitzpatrick for Ramsey. But I get it. I think that division's tough. I think the Jets are going to be better without the Aaron Rodgers distraction. Buffalo, of course, will be good again. And I do think New England looks to be as improved as any team in the league. So Miami under 8 seems to be a sharp one. They've also bet Philadelphia under, which is pretty common when you have the defending Super Bowl champions. That's another one that's been knocked around a little bit here.
Any divisions or outright Super Bowl winners or anything, or is that pretty?
Super Bowl, they're mostly betting. The popular team is the 49ers. I know the 49ers schedule sets up well for them. They had such a bad year last year. So many guys got hurt. Easier schedule this season. People expecting them to bounce back. I know Purdy got his big contract. I could see it. And then a team that's really popular in the future book, they used to be called the Redskins, then the football team. Now they're the Commanders this season, Andy. And they're very popular. They're a team.
Okay.
We got to see what happens with Daniels in his second season. But they're a team that's getting a lot of action.
Anything of note in MLB today on this Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely. We need the Rays pretty big. They're playing the former Oakland A's right now, and we're really going to need the Twins. And then we don't need them yet, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that by the time the game starts, we'll be big White Sox fans. there's nothing really on the game right now, but I know the way these things run. Last night, we were big fans of the White Sox. We really got our money's worth there. They came to play, lost to the Dodgers, but we pretty much need the Dodgers to lose and the Rockies to win every day.
I think I asked Art this at the beginning of the season. It's like, are you just always rooting against the Dodgers?
Yeah,
like, it's just
we
like,
are actually,
wake up.
Pretty much. I mean, like it would just be nice if the other teams could cover the run line. Let's start there, or like if Colorado could cover a run line, that would be great. When they play each other, it's just like, it's all systems go. We need the Rockies huge every time that happens. And that happens all the time. They're in the same division.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it happens. You're right. It happens a lot more than
you
would think.
It's a tough way to get through the summer, Andy. I'll tell you, it's not an easy job for guys like me and Art.
Rooting for the Rockies and rooting against the Dodgers every day.
I wouldn't wish it on anybody, man. It's tough. It's tough work.
Yeah. What's your favorite season win total in NFL? What is John Murray like?
I always go to that Miami one because it makes the most sense to me. I do like that one. And I do think the 49ers are going to bounce back. I think that they'll bounce back. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders are a little bit better than people think. I think that they finally have a professional coach, a professional quarterback. I like some of their pieces on offense. The only thing really holding me back there is that division is so tough. That division's so tough. There's no reason why Denver won't be good this season. Obviously, Kansas City is very good, and I think the world of Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh. So there's not much room to go in that division, but I do think the Raiders are going to be better than people think.
Yeah, we're actually going to be breaking down the Broncos 9.5 on their win total. I kind of got a strong opinion on this one. You like Denver over under at that 9.5?
Well, I can't like every team in the division, So I guess I'll have to say under 9.5. But man, they've got so many good pieces on defense. I like Sean Payton as well. It's just a very, very competitive division. Bo Nix was a guy I laughed when they took him where they did last year in the draft. And after watching him play, I have to admit that I was wrong about that. Thought he played very well, but it's very common to see a second-year quarterback take a step back. So we'll see what happens. These defenses have had all offseason to study the tape on Bo Nix, on Jaden Daniels. Let's see what they look like in year two. I think that'll be very telling.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we let you go, any teams you're liking in college football this year? You got high hopes for?
I don't know. Your coworker Kelly in Vegas sent me this thing that had my alma mater, West Virginia, finishing last in the Big 12. Very dead last.
Just so rude.
And nowadays there's like 30 teams in these conferences. So I had to scroll all the way down to see them. After that, I kind of lost interest in futures. I will say that we've taken a lot of money on Notre Dame here, and that surprised me a little bit because Notre Dame's a team. They had a dream season last year. Let's see what they can do this year. Notre Dame, they opened the year against Miami the day before Labor Day. I don't know. I don't. Let me get back to you on that one. I'll get back to you later in the summer with a sleeper pick for college football. But it's hard to pick a sleeper in college football. I saw the segment before me. Ross picked Arizona State, I think, at 100-1. But if they get into the playoff, which they might, they're going to be such a big underdog against Ohio State, against Georgia, insert whatever team you want to use there. It becomes difficult to hedge. At 100-1, I'm sure you could. But it's difficult to hedge in the playoffs because these teams are such huge dogs. Hopefully they do a better job of the brackets this year. But I think one of the favorites is going to win in college football every year of the NIL era.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so remind everyone how they can sign up for these contests and what contest you have up right now.
Super Contest Survivor, that's a $5,000 buy-in. Super Contest Gold, $5,000 buy-in, winner take all. And the Super Contest College, $500 buy-in. You have to come into the Westgate once, sign up, and pay for your entries. But after that, you can make your picks online all season long.
It's worth going to Vegas just to go in there once. Like it's totally worth it. It's really awesome.
It's so pleasant here in July and August too, Andy. It's just lovely to be here at this time of year. No, it's a good excuse. It's a good excuse to come out here for the weekend, sign up for all your contests, maybe make a few future bets, and get ready for the season.
Absolutely. John Murray, thank you so much for joining us. If you're interested, if you got any other questions, leave it in the comments section or just reach out to WagerTalk, or you can hit up John on social media as well. Yeah, John, tell everyone where we can find you on social media in case they have questions.
You can find me on X at Vegas Murray. Please slide into my DMs. I welcome it. Go ahead.
Absolutely. You got any questions about signing up? Go ahead and hit John up on X. John, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy man, and go Rockies. I'm getting you a Rockies jersey. I'm going to get you an Rockies jersey.
Well, my predecessor, Jay Cornegay, is a big Rockies fan, so now even though Jay is not working in the office day to day, we're somehow still all rooting for the Rockies every day. It's very painful.
Amazing how it works. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Have a great Wednesday and have a great 4th of July weekend. All right. Let's bring in Dan and let's break down the Denver Broncos. Don't forget here, guys, leave in the comments section the final score of the Twins and the Marlins. It can't be in the live chat. It's got to be in the comments section after the show. Put it down in the comments section. Who wins? What's the final score? And the winner will get some WagerTalk swag. So, Dan, let's take a look here at the Denver Broncos. 9.5. On the surface, seems a little big. 7-10 last year. Or no, that they weren't 7-10 last year. I got the wrong team up here.
10 wins last year.
Yeah, 10 wins. Sorry about that. I had yesterday's. PFF, 21st in offense, 4th in defense last year. Yep. This is a Sean Payton. This team screams Sean Payton. Like when he picked this job, I was like, oh, he picked this for a reason. Off-season moves. Love the signing of Evan Ingram. Dre Greenlaw gets signed. They get the safety from the 49ers. They re-signed DJ Jones. And yeah, they're just loading up on defense. We'll go through the schedule here real quick. Titans, at Colts, at Chargers, Bengals, at your Eagles. Then this stretch is interesting. Jets, Giants, Cowboys, at Texans, Raiders. That's a lot of wins they could pile up right there. They get the bye. Then they get at Commanders, at Raiders, Packers, Jags, Chiefs, and Chargers. It's a brutal division. I like this team. I'm leaning towards the over on this one. I just trust in Sean Payton. That defense is gnarly. I think Bo Nix is the real deal. I like the pieces that they've put on there. For me, I think they get to 10, possibly 11. I was looking over my picks leading up to. I've had a lot of unders, and it's because I've been waiting on some of these teams like the Denver Broncos. I'm going to be an over on this one. I think they're going to split with some of these good teams like Chargers and the Chiefs. And then I'm looking at Titans. I'm looking at Colts, Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Texans, Raiders twice. I think they pile up some wins. I think they get to 10, possibly 11. What do you think?
So, Andy, I thought we were going to be going fisticuffs on this one because I, too, have a very strong opinion on this team. I love the Broncos coming into this year. And you heard John Murray talking about what do we see out of some of these quarterbacks in year 2. To your point and to his point, I don't think this team is going to need to live and die with Bo Nix in year 2. Like, even if he returns to the pack here a little bit, is it going to be that crazy if they're still right around that same number that they were ranked last year? Defensively is why this team over-exceeded expectations, not only in Peyton's first year, but certainly their year last year where they finally break an 8-year playoff drought. They break through, and unfortunately they draw the Bills. No one was going to be beating the Bills except the Bills themselves, and we saw that play its way out. But, dude, the way that they got to 10 wins last year was largely thanks to that defense, who I always like looking at yards per attempt. That's one of the metrics that I like looking at when I start my handicapping on what I think about teams, how they match up against other teams. Second best in YPA, both on the ground and in the air defensively on what they were able to do, really stifle what teams look to do offensively. So for me, Andy, not only do I like this 9.5, it's a play that I bet myself. One of my strongest takes coming into the year, Andy, and this is a hot one for sure. So drop below in the comments, tell me what an idiot I am, and then we can circle back when it actually comes true. I don't think Kansas City wins the West this year. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. I truly don't. I think that this is finally the year. It's not just punching bags in that division anymore. And I think you kind of saw it a little bit last year. So, plus 350, I think there's some plus 400s out there for Broncos. Not only do I like them to potentially win this division, I think the Chargers could win it too. It's not just a walk in the park for the Kansas City Chiefs anymore. And this division, more than any, shows you that iron sharpens iron. These teams go out of their division and give everybody tough games. And the reason being because they beat the shit out of each other in division all year long. And I'm also with John that I think the Raiders are going to be a little bit better. So does it seem kind of counterintuitive that I like all of these teams in this division? No, I think that you're splitting with your division and then you have some pretty nice wins. You know, I look at them starting 2-0 out of the gate, and then we're just looking for, hey, where can we find another 8 wins on the schedule? And I think you can find them. So it's a hot take for sure. I like the Broncos over. I like the Broncos to potentially win the AFC West, ending the reign of the Kansas City Chiefs. So, Andy, you and I both pretty bullish on the Broncos heading into the year, and that makes me feel pretty good because I like this team quite a bit.
Wow. I'm surprised.
That's a gauntlet.
We both. Yeah,
it's a gauntlet thrown down.
It's a gauntlet of a division.
You weren't as hot as me, but I'm glad to know that 9.5 doesn't scare you off. 10 and 11 wins. That's what I kind of see on this schedule too.
Yeah. I see 10 wins there. I'm a Sean Payton believer. I'm a Bo Nix believer. I love what they've done in the offseason. It looks like their running back situation is going to be strong. So, yeah, I'm with you. All right, but Dan and I both agree on the over on the Denver Broncos. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. And reminder, we are off on Friday, July 4th. Golf best bet is up for the John Deere Classic. It's an absolutely ridiculously mispriced line. I would highly recommend go grabbing that. And if you jumped on the $5 Tuesday play yesterday, first off, thank you. We hit with the Rangers over their team total. We have a team total best bet that is up today. So hoping to make that 2 straight winners coming off of a $5 Tuesday. So golf best bet is up. MLB team total of the day is up. We're going to be back tomorrow to break down more games and get you ready for the weekend. So hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get notified when all of the videos get released and when we go live every day. And as always, put in the comment section the score of the Twins and the Marlins. Who's going to win in the final score? Winner get some free Wager Talk swag. All right, that's going to do it for us. Good luck on all your bets and take care.